Good morning and welcome to Omemee this morning. It is Wednesday, June the 27th. It's going to be a beautiful day, a little bit of a breeze to take off the heat of the day, which is going up to 26. Have a humidity of about 63%. Right now we are at slightly over 26 already in the sun. Now let's go in and see who's in our studio at Mr. Convenience today. Tonight, there is a very important meeting in Millbrook for Transition Town. Be sure to check out our community calendar so you can see all the important events that are happening in our rural area. Katherine Vanderzwet is a Canadian author, and she has joined us in studio here today. Katherine has an extensive background in health and wellness. She is a lifestyle and personal wellness coach. She is also a very busy mom and even a personal trainer. We're going to see if we can persuade her to read us a little bit from her book as well. Katherine, could you share a little bit about your very busy life that you have?
Well, thank you for having me here today, Susan. I know you're quite busy as well.
I try to keep busy.
I have a 6-year-old daughter. My husband and I have been married 21 years, and we were blessed late in our marriage. So that's a very busy situation, as I'm sure you can relate to.
Oh, yes.
Starting full-time school next year.
Oh, that will be a big difference.
I also have a very demanding ring-necked dove, so if there's any leftover time, Paul takes it.
Well, that's nice. I understand there's a very interesting story behind the title of your book.
Well, there is, Suzanne. It's Be Well, Unlock the Health and Wellness That You Deserve. Be Well, Pushed Together is my personal logo. I am developing Be Well and Blessings, my website. And prior to that, I had Be Well as a nutritional blog. I've worked on the book for 3 years. My daughter, in knowing that I wanted to use Be Well, I was thinking of the word keys and definitely needed health and wellness there. She asked me to take this down. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I put it on the fridge for a week, and especially with the That You Deserve really encompasses my philosophy, my hopes, and my passion for writing the book, for spending the 3 years on it.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that kept you going over those 3 years and helped you write this book?
The Lord, for one. He and I worked together. My husband says I shouldn't blame him, but I felt it was very important to share that I very strongly believe when we read a piece from the foreword, you'll see where we're coming from. Science and research confers there's 7 aspects to health and wellness. All of those aspects do encompass the fact that we've been intelligently designed, the fact that our food source is as well.
Could you read us a bit from your foreword, please?
Certainly. There are many imperative areas for us to relearn and retrain in regards to an overall sense and state of well-being. We would want to put forth a deliberate effort to increase our learning, thus expanding our array of choices. Wholeness of health requires that we remain mindful and present during our everyday lives. There are 7 dimensions of wellness for us to embrace on this journey. Each chapter will cover a specific dimension and will include research, quotes, tools, and thoughts. They are as follows: emotional, mental, occupational, social, spiritual, physical, and environmental. Each of these aspects can be balanced within your lifestyle, and the implementing of such will bear much fruit. These philosophies are expressed with fullness and honesty. The chapters and headings within will guide you along, whilst keep your feet firmly on the ground. keeping your feet firmly on the ground. Let us journey together along the continuum of wellness. In embracing the definition of today's wellness, we would be involved in the deliberate and constant effort to stay healthy and to achieve the highest potential for well-being. We will wonder how to do this, and for each of us our goals will differ. The resources for this book have included, etc., etc.
I find it very interesting that there are the 7 different aspects. Now, would you say one aspect is more important than any of the others, or how would you term that for people?
I wouldn't, and that's why I've been excited about this book, because there's a lot of wellness and health information out there, and it was very exciting for me to gather it and put it into one area. Our barriers to change, why it might be that we want to implement a different lifestyle choice and find that so challenging. It allows us to bring to mind the psychology of color, the necessity of being mindful and present in all aspects of our life, be it a relationship at work with coworkers, our food choices, forgiveness, accepting the fact that spirituality, a relationship with God, needn't be thought of as so lofty. If we bring it down, we can understand that North America itself was based on our forefathers when they got together south of the border in developing constitutions, in our currency, in our anthems.
Now, I understand that you're very involved with Pioneer Days. It's coming up this weekend, and you are one of the Omemee Pioneer Passport sponsors. You're donating a lovely gift that someone can win.
A yummy gift.
A yummy gift, yes. And and you can find out more about that on our site when you'll be able to read about the gift that Katherine is donating. And also at 41 King Street East, your book will be on display there. And if you're lucky, you might even catch Katherine while she's here at Pioneer Days on the weekend and be able to meet her in person. Now, on Pioneer Days, there's a lot of different activities going on. And one activity that's very popular here in Omemee with a lot of people is our Kawartha Rail Trail. And I understand you do a lot of walking with your daughter.
We do a lot of hiking. She's quite a physically active child, and rather than us just hanging about inside, we started hiking when she was about 2 years old. And I had her doing a mile by the time she was 3.
Wow.
Although I'd have to pull her back in a wagon.
Yeah. So you go out and pull her back.
Yeah, but it used up both of our energies.
Yes.
Fine.
And I understand you use a walking stick.
I do.
When you go walking.
I do.
And do you find, so you must enjoy using a walking stick.
Yes.
Now, if you don't have a walking stick, there are some lovely hand-carved walking sticks here available at Mr. Convenience. These are carved in Ontario.
These are gorgeous as well. Absolutely, just the right height, and it allows for us to have stability when we're walking. We get a little tired, and to pull ourselves up.
And they even have a rubber tip, so it gives so those are carved right in here in Ontario, hand carved, beautifully crafted, and available here at Mr. Convenience. So if you're looking for a real Canadian souvenir, even you're visiting,
well said.
That's something that's definitely available. And if you would like to order Katherine's book, you can order it online. And Katherine is also doing a wonderful deed with her book. She's raising money for a very worthy cause. Would you tell us a little bit about your fundraiser?
That's as as important to me as discussing the book. I'm involved with Food Source. I'm on their website, Kawartha Food Source, and Food Share in Peterborough. From May to September, $1 from each book sold goes towards their situations. The book is for sale on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, but each book bought from www.lulu.com is where the $1 from those book sales go to. And that's simply because at Lulu I have the ability to be accountable and transparent, because I have printout sheets that show each month's amount of books that were sold. So I chose to go that way with it.
So that's where you want to make sure you buy your book, is from lulu.com.
From May to September, and I look to lean in towards a St. Vincent de Paul, continually being involved in fundraisers with this book its whole life.
And I noticed in one of the write-ups about your book that you mentioned that you feel it's so important for people of all incomes to eat healthy.
Again, a big philosophy of mine, and hopefully to be shared, and that's why the food bank is chosen.
And it's definitely a very worthwhile cause, and now if you come into 41 King East, you'll be able to see the book there in person. And we'll also have a sign-up sheet there for anyone who would like more information from Katherine and would like to get in touch with her. We'll be putting a link to Katherine's website on below this video as well, so that and a link to lulu.com.
The website's not quite,
it's
I'm
not
having
quite
a little bit of problems with the template. Something smells really good in here. I'm starting to have a hard time focusing here.
So we're going to sign off. Yes, they make fresh muffins here.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Fresh muffins and coffee.
Yeah. So we're going to sign off here from Mr. Convenience at 13 King Street West, and we have Elizabeth and Canadian author Katherine Vanderzwet, and me, Suzanne, and we look forward to having you here on Omemee this morning. Just drop us an email, and we look forward to having you here in our studio. Have a wonderful day.